A Nigerian man has slammed Chacha Eke for saying that she's done with her marriage. Her 7-year-old marriage over a yet-to-be-disclosed issue. The man said that a disobedient wife needs violence. Can you imagine that? Hi guys, you're watching Chiki series. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for your support. I quite appreciate that. And if you're new to this channel, thank you for clicking on this video. Make yourself comfortable as we get on with this gist. Also remember to subscribe to this channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and turn on your notification bell by clicking on the option that reads all. So today's video I'll be talking about a man that blasted Chacha Eke for saying that she's done with her marriage. Because if you can remember, there was a video that circulated all over social media where Chacha was talking that she is not a mad person, that she's done with her marriage, that she will disclose it later, that people will get to hear the story. And this Nigerian man, who is a father of two, slammed Chacha Eke for saying that she's done with her marriage. He is popularly known as Madrako Wise Man Jesus, and he posted on Igbo Nation saying, Chacha Eke can stay in marriage in movie but cannot in real life. She always obey her husband on movies and opposite in the case in real life, people and fake life. A disobedient wife needs violence. All these Nollywood aponas. I love Chacha and her role on movie, and she sticks to marriage on set. Why is it that your husband did that you are leaving? Why not endure till end? I have lived in DV house, and I know at some point you have to stick and keep moving. If he beat you, you run and come back. Women of nowadays, more beating, you start shouting DV. If you meet real DV, you can't even run. That's why you have high rate of divorce nowadays. Stop disobeying your man. Just want to make common sense. I think this man is not making any common sense. He's just making a fool of himself. Utterly disappointed. I can't say I'm disappointed because he's an average Nigerian man. I'm sorry, Nigerian men. I'm not trying to generalize. There are some Nigerian men who are very, very good, who knows how to treat women very well. But this man, I think he's not making any sense here, honestly. In the first place, Chacha made this video. She didn't give the context. She kept saying that she will reveal more things eventually, and she has not made it. So for somebody jumping on this ordinary short video, I think like how many minutes video is that? Maybe 3 minutes or something? And start talking about how she has failed, that she cannot keep her home, how she is very good in acting movie, but in real life she cannot keep her home, that he's advising her to go back to the man. This Nigerian man doesn't know the cause of the problem. You don't know whether it's life-threatening situation. Are you advising her to go back there? I kind of find it very hypocritical, the way some people advise people when it comes to marriage. I think anybody that is having problem in his or her marriage should go and see an expert instead of this going to your pastor so that pastor will pray for you or do counseling. You better go and see a professional, a psychologist who is specialized in this kind of area. And this man making this comment, giving people advice, I don't subscribe to his advice, and I don't subscribe that anybody should listen to him because he's creating lots of confusion, in my own opinion. Of course, I know that God does not love divorce, and also God will not love you to die in your marriage. I just can't wrap my head around this man's comments. He said that he has lived in a DV house and he knew at some point he had to stick and kept moving. If he beats you, you run and come back. Really? So you encourage somebody to be in DV house? You don't even know whether the person will take off your head the next moment. He said he has survived it. I think he should go and check his mental health, because in average Nigerian home, the kind of beating a child receives, they claim that it sets the child's brain to factory setting. It calls the child's memories back or set the child to default so that the child can act very well. People laugh about it. People take it to be the best way of raising a child. There are lots of abuse going on in our homes today, verbally, physically, just to name a few, even emotionally. It's not the normal way to bring up kids. Shout like a mad person, the same thing they carry to their matrimonial homes. They shout at their spouses. Some of them, I mean not all, some of them shout at their spouses. They can't even take correction. Somebody like this man now, I'm sure he cannot be discussing anything with the wife. But the thing is this, people have taken it, they've normalized it, they see it to be normal, which I don't think is supposed to be normal. So anybody that sees things like that, DV, to be normal, the person has to go and check himself, because probably he has some disorder or he has some illnesses that he doesn't know about. Because this kind of a man that's advising somebody to go back to a DV house, what if something happens? Does he even think that you can go back and there'll be an attack? At the end of the day, your life will leave you or you'll be deleted. A case of Ghanaian pastor in the US, case in point. This incident took place, I think, last month. The woman had already packed out of the house. They were having issues. The woman had left the house, and this guy followed the woman to her place of work, gave her some shots. The woman gave up to the ghost. So if you are in any relationship that is riddled with DV, make sure the environment is clear before you go back, or make sure your partner or your spouse get the necessary help before you go back. Make sure the environment is safe, so you don't have to tell us the stories that touch. And this man also went further to say that a disobedient wife needs violence. All these Nollywood Akunas, how can he be calling somebody prostitute because Akuna is prostitute? I don't know what has come over this guy, because most often society wants a woman not to be financially independent, and when they see a woman who is financially independent, they get scared, they get uncomfortable, and they tend to call them prostitute. I don't know why the society, Nigerian society, is like this. This is so sad, because you can't be making a young girl to be stifling her dream simply because she wants to get married. I think women these days need to raise better men, because most often women keep complaining about their husband, but at the end of the day, it seems to me that they still groom their sons and train their sons and raise their sons to still be like that their husband they don't like. All these women that live together with their husband for a very long time, like in the olden days during our great-grandmother's time, some of them, they didn't really like their husband. So most often when people say that our great-grandmothers, their marriage lasted and they enjoyed marriage better, I seem not to agree with that, because some of them put a lot, they endured a lot, they tolerated a lot, which I know these days is almost difficult for women to tolerate that. Women go to school now, they can get a job after school, they're financially independent. But I'm not saying that a woman who is financially independent cannot submit to a man or respect the husband. But at least the men should also find a way to respect their wives. Because I've come to realize that some men, they treat their wives like shit. They don't have any respect for their wife. They don't even care whether you exist or not. Some of them, even when they don't go to work, they sit down and cross their legs and read their newspaper or watch their tele, while the woman will be laboring in the kitchen alone with the children. So not even have anybody that will look after the children. And there was this friend of mine, the husband gave her a rule that if you know you're going to work in this house, in that case, you be the one that will hire a nanny or a help, and that he will not contribute to that job. Is for her to take care of the children. So imagine when a man is talking like that, what message is he sending across? He's simply telling you that he's not interested in you working. And this is very surprising to me. Sometimes I get shocked at this kind of utterances, because some of these ladies, they've already got career before they went into this marriage or before they married the man. Then when they get to the man's house, the man will now come up with a law that they will not work. Then for those ones who just graduated, who have not got a job, and they're married without even having a job or a career, some of those men will not even allow you to work at all. So tell me, how can the woman be happy in that kind of situation? So these are part of the things. Some men, they don't really think twice. When your wife is happy, your house becomes paradise, whether you like it or not. Although there are exceptional cases where the woman will still want to give problem to the man, but that one is just a peculiar case, maybe like 2% or 1%, so to speak. If your wife is happy, everything is fine. So men, they need to find a way to make their wife happy, and also realize that their wives are humans like them. So what you don't want anybody to do to you, don't do it to your wife. Some men believe that because the culture favors them more, they believe that their wife can be treated like a piece of rag. That one doesn't concern them. They believe that they are the head of the house, and that ends it. But at the end of the day, if you're running a home like that, you're living with somebody, a human being like you, that's not supposed to be disrespected. So if when you keep disrespecting her, she will not be happy in that marriage, and most of the things will be done with grudges. There are some things she will not do wholeheartedly. She will not even be happy to see you. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think we have more breakups today than the old? And the reason why we have lots of breakup in these modern marriages? I'm gonna sign off here. Stay healthy and safe. Remember to share this video with family and friends if you love it. Give this video a thumbs up because it helps with the algorithm, and subscribe to my channel if you've not done already. And I'm gonna catch you up in my next video. Bye.